Welcome into Second Down right here on ESPN Radio. Christian Gokel alongside the amped up, big game ready
Let's go.
PJ Zuko. PJ, you got a Friday night off. What are you going to do with your life?
Which big games are we talking about? There's big games everywhere, man. I mean,
it's playoff football time.
Hey, it's talking about Friday, Saturday. Saturday, I have college football and playoff high school football. Man,
I'm talking about North Carolina Pitt. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, yeah. You know that's what I'm ready for. Well,
it's too bad because it already happened.
The only Penn State game, the only, see, I can't even say that without saying Penn State.
Did you catch any of I'm assuming no, North Carolina Pitt game last night?
Yeah, I don't care about Pitt, but I mean,
might be the two.
They won. Good for them.
Might be the two first quarterbacks off the board, Sam Howell and Kenny Pickett.
When are you basing that? Like, if you would have said that preseason, I would have been like, okay, it's up in the air, whatever. You know, maybe if they both have great seasons, but now, Kenny Pickett, maybe if someone like takes a chance.
Oh no, I think NFL scouts are blaming all of the bad things that have happened to Sam Howell on the rest of his team. Like the rest
of his team's not great.
Sam Howell
I'm not
last night in a losing effort was 22 of 33 for 296 yards and 2 touchdowns.
You still think they're gonna?
Sam Howell's really good.
I'm not saying he's bad.
I think he's a top 15 pick.
How many quarterbacks ahead of him though? I mean that's my thing.
I don't know. We were talking about this. Who's the best quarterback that's draft eligible this year?
I don't know.
Like
I think that's the issue. But
it was supposed to be Spencer Rattler,
right? Of course. But does someone take a flyer on? Not even a flyer. Like does someone take a Matt Corral before him? You know what I mean? Because you look at the success that Corral has had against the up and down season that Sam Howell has had.
I think it might be this guy right here, Carson Strong from Nevada.
Oh, sure.
He's the
Yeah.
Justin Herbert of this draft class, where he's like
right.
Or I guess maybe the better way to put it is
because Nevada is the same as Oregon.
Well, no, I was gonna say I guess the better way to put it is the Trey Lance maybe of this draft class.
Yeah,
but Nevada is FBS, but dude's like 6'4", 6'5", has a cannon for an arm. He's the prototype that doesn't play for the big school.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Kenny Pickett, I think Sam Howell. I mean, Matt Corral's kind of hit some struggles and a little bit of the injury bug. Malik Willis, a lot of people thought he might be the first quarterback off the board. Yeah. He's kind of hit a wall a little bit. So
I've been very surprised to see the types of interceptions that he's thrown this year with some of his highlights and some of the big games. Even when they took on Ole Miss and had a chance for the upset there, that last throw, that interception, just a head scratcher, man. So yeah, I think probably see him drop a little bit, but I don't know. We'll see. I think this makes it exciting for the NFL football. Well, maybe more stressful for the NFL football fans, more exciting for the college football fans who want to see some craziness everywhere, right? I mean, because we love chaos. Why not have some chaos in the NFL draft and not have that surefire, this guy's definitely going to won the Heisman, is definitely going to go number one.
Oh, I don't even want to talk about the Heisman because who knows? I think it's probably Bryce Young and everyone else. But
yeah, for sure. I just think like top five quarterbacks going off the board is going to be fun to watch in the NFL draft.
Well, I do want to hit some things we haven't had a chance to hit so far this week. I mean, we get our hour every day to get on here and talk because we got to get out of the way for the big show.
Oh, God.
I got to wait for the big show over there and with 3 and out. But did you get a chance to listen to the Bo Davis audio, the Texas defensive line coach?
Yeah, I don't even know who that is, so no.
You haven't heard this yet?
No, I haven't. I haven't heard a lot, man. It's been a grind.
That puts me in a precarious situation because it's a pretty not safe for work rant.
Okay.
It was following their 30-7 loss to Iowa State. Texas defensive line coach.
Right.
And a player, which this is my first problem with this entire situation, is a player recorded him kind of berating the entire team.
Yeah.
And again, there's a lot of MFers.
I can imagine.
But I mean, the statement basically is some of you mother bleepers need to hit the transfer portal.
Huh.
And he said, I got my butt kicked tonight. Like he says, I got my butt kicked tonight. That's the defensive line coach saying it.
Yeah.
And he basically just goes off on a 45-second to a minute long, I don't even want to call it a tirade, because like he had like that sound in his voice, like the emotion in his voice, like you could tell he was like so emotionally invested in it that like he was like a 300-pound man on the verge of tears.
Yeah.
Like
right.
So like
Not good.
it's been like a case of two things. I know Dan Wolken on his Twitter came out and said, first thing I noticed is a grown man calling kids MFers. And I was like, my first thought is like, dude, this is big time college football.
That's gonna happen.
It's big time college football. And like I do think it's very funny that we pick and choose how we refer to people based on how it suits our narrative, right? Where when it comes to, and I'm not saying I'm against it, I'm totally for paying players, but when it comes to paying players, it's you're using adults, they're adults, you have to pay them as such, right? Oh, but when you're berating them after getting their butts kicked 30-7, then they're kids.
Yeah.
So that to me is one of the narratives that I'm like, come on now. But second, it's big time college football, and then it's big time college football in maybe the state that cares about football the most.
Yeah.
So like,
right.
A couple of things from that. Number one, I was here for everything he said. Because if you are a kid on there who actually cares and actually puts in effort, the reason he went on the tirade, I should start with this. The reason he went on the tirade, I don't even want to call it a tirade. It was more of an impassioned speech, is they were like kind of laughing and joking around and just goofing off on the bus on the way back from getting their butts kicked 30-7.
Right.
I don't know about you. I never played Power 5 football.
Yeah.
But I have played sports. And bus rides homes after losses were quiet times for reflection.
Yep.
It was not time to goof off.
Yeah.
Show your butt. Like it's time to sit there and be quiet until you get home, and either your parents pick you up or you drive home. Like that's what time it is. And like you are at the University of Texas playing football. I agreed with every word he said.
Yeah. No, I mean, if it is what it sounds like, I completely agree with you.
I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna let you listen to it in the.
Oh yeah, I'll listen to it some other time. Yeah.
No, we're gonna listen to it in the break, and I'm gonna let you talk about it then. But it's that was fascinating. All right, well, since you haven't heard that, and since Cam just popped in here, we're gonna shelve that conversation until the next segment. I also want to talk to earlier this week. Reports started coming out that a 8-team playoff is off the board, and that a 12-team playoff is back as the predominant factor here as what the future of the college football playoff looks like. Now, they have to get this done in the next couple of months, or come to an agreement in the next couple of months with the college football playoff board of directors, which is different than the college football selection committee. The college football selection committee is made up of a bunch of different people from different schools, like athletic directors and former coaches and former players. The board of directors is a bunch of presidents and chairmen and doctors and stuff like that actually compose the board of directors. So two different groups of people. But that being said, the new playoff is still 12 teams. Top 4 seeds get a bye. But remember, it was going to be the top 6 highest ranked conference champs get automatic bids. Well, the Big 10 and the Big 12 weren't fans of that. And so to appease the alliance, they have made it now the top 5 Power 5 plus the highest ranked G5 conference champ get the auto bids. Then after that, you seed out the other 6. And the first round would be played in home stadiums.
Right.
What are y'all's, Cam Ursery joining us here, what are y'all's immediate reactions to that?
Top 5 Power 5 just ranked teams, period?
No, top 5 Power 5 conference champions.
Conference champions.
It's the Power 5 conference champs get auto bids.
Right. Well, I mean, there's 12 teams. So I think.
Oh, no.
This is the thing.
That wasn't a very starch defense right there.
I think with 12 teams, it's like the more teams you get, giving auto bids to conference champions isn't that big of a deal to me. Like,
I think so.
That's fine. And I'm if you only have 4 teams and like you can't do that anyway.
If we played it right now, Pitt would play Wake Forest for the ACC championship. Do they deserve one of the top 5 seeds in the country to either one of those teams?
I think that's why. Are you giving them the top 5 seeds, or are you giving them just a spot, just an auto bid into the 12-team tournament and then ranking
discussed,
it?
But like, do they deserve to automatically get in?
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that. And I
do. Do you think Pitt or Wake Forest are top 12 teams in the country?
It depends on right this second. I think Wake Forest has an argument. Pitt, I'm not really sure about, especially with that big loss to Western.
They won
Michigan
North Carolina last night, though.
That's fine.
But Western Michigan's a great team.
See, this is the thing. Like, you got all these defenses built up, just ready to go, and
I hate
I know you
auto
do.
bids.
Yeah.
Carry
You
on.
hate it?
I hate auto bids for sure.
I'll be honest. I actually like it because if you look at it from a landscape of this year, the Pac-12 will have a team probably go to the college football playoffs. Big 10, Big 12, and SEC. All you're missing is the ACC this year. And personally, if Pitt could lose to Western Michigan and they lost to somebody else, but if they could lose to Western Michigan, but Oregon
Okay,
could
so-
lose to 3 and 6 Stanford and get in, I don't see the
Well,
difference.
hold on, before we start doing like this if you played it right now, Oregon would play Utah in the Pac-12 championship game. Oregon is 6-3 right now, and two of their losses have come out of conference.
Yeah, Utah.
Yeah.
Utah 6-3.
Yeah, Utah is 6-3 right now. If Utah beat Oregon, that would mean you'd have a 3-loss team as one of the auto bids into the college football playoff.
That's cool with me.
Why is that cool with you?
I'm cool with it. If they're
why?
able to beat one of the top seeds, like say if Utah beat Oregon, they deserve to get in and they beat Oregon.
Why? I mean, Stanford beat Oregon. Do they deserve to be in there?
Nope, it's not the conference championship.
Like somebody somebody from the Pac-12 South has to play in the Pac-12 championship game, and they have a chance to win that game. And so, from a one-off, they deserve to go.
Yeah, it's always going to be flawed, man. I will put it like that.
You literally had it perfect. You had it as the 6 highest ranked conference champions get in. You had it.
Okay. But I mean, they're still conference champions.
Sure, but it's better than just auto bids for what you want to call Power 5.
Okay.
Right? If it's the top 6 conference champs and Cincinnati and I don't know, give me another team.
Like
Boise State. Right. No, Boise State and Cincinnati both go undefeated, and they're ranked higher than whoever the Pac-12 South champ that upsets Oregon is in the Pac-12 North.
Right.
They would get the auto bid over Oregon.
I got you.
But no, we're Pac-12, we're Big 10, we're Big 12. We want our teams to automatically get in.
Right.
I think that's lame.
Yeah. Okay. I can see that.
And all it's going to do is, and I guess this usually happens anyway, all that's going to happen is you're like, oh, well, we got Utah in. Like, well, Utah's one of our top 6, and they're probably going to have to play a first-round matchup, and it's probably going to be against a team that lost in the SEC championship game, and they're going to get absolutely demolished. And you're going to leave a team that was probably one of the 12 best teams in the country out.
Possibly.
Because of auto bids.
Right.
Remember
auto bids. Well, I think that's the difference that I was missing out on the first time is it's auto bids for the Power 5 specifically, not just for any other conference champion as well. That's a very good point. That is a very good point that I was kind of overlooking the first time. I like you said, if it's 12 teams and if it's conference champions, there's a difference there. If you restrict it just to the Power 5, that of course, yeah, to me is
it's the Power 5 plus the
worse.
highest ranked G5 conference champ.
Yeah, but you're limiting it again to only one.
How many times in the so what happens if Cincinnati loses to Houston this year in their conference championship game? Does Houston deserve one of the top 6 slots in the college football playoff?
Right, I don't know.
Because
they've had a pretty dang impressive season so far, though. I mean, they only have 1 or 2 losses.
They have one loss right now.
I mean, that's still a pretty impressive team. So, like, I don't know.
I'm looking at Houston's schedule right now. They lost to Texas Tech. Outside of that, they beat Grambling State, Tulsa, Eastern Carolina, South Florida, Rice, Navy, Tulane, and I guess their best win is SMU.
Yeah, not a great schedule there. Not a great schedule there by any means. Then again, yeah. No, I don't know. There isn't a perfect answer for it, but
I'll tell you what it does do, and I think this is the real reason behind you guaranteeing the Power 5 conference champ spots, is it frees them up to schedule each other, right? If you were doing it just by conference champs and, okay, all of a sudden I'm thinking, okay, well, if I have 3 losses going into this, but I'm the conference champ, maybe I don't get that auto bid, then maybe you're hesitant to go out and schedule Oklahoma's, the Ohio States, Michigan's, right? But if you know, hey, I can go out, schedule all these marquee matchups, get a home game against a top-ranked Power 5 team, And then if I just win my conference, I'm in. Even if I lose all those out of conference games, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, you still have a chance to go out and win those games. And that's if those Power 5 teams schedule you in the first place, which.
But why wouldn't you, right? Because you're getting a home and home. And what are you more likely to sell out and get better TV deals for, playing Rice or playing Georgia?
Yeah, but are you talking about from the perspective of the Power 5 team or not? Because
I'm talking about from the perspective of the Power 5 team, which is the only thing that matters in this new layout that they put out there.
Right. I don't see Power 5 teams already aren't really trying to schedule strong non-Power 5 teams in the first place.
I think it's kind of going the opposite way. I think you're starting to see it more. Like Georgia in their future schedules has games against Oklahoma, Ohio State on the schedule. Oregon is on the schedule for Georgia coming up. They just got done playing Notre Dame. Obviously, that Oklahoma one's going to get iffy because Oklahoma just comes to the SEC, so that one's probably going to get scrapped, but you get the point. I think they saw this coming, and so they're saying, I can get more marquee matchups for home and homes with these teams, and so it gets a better home schedule, and I can charge more for season tickets, and I can make more money, and it literally doesn't matter. None of the out-of-conference games matter because I can lose 4 out-of-conference games, win my conference, and still go to the college football playoff.
I think they also see that, and they say 9 times out of 10, that loss to that Power 5 team is going to be looked at as a stronger. If you go,
but my point is, it doesn't matter what it looks like.
If you win your conference champion,
Correct.
But there's still at-large bids. There's still those other spots that they're going to have to handpick people from, and still a loss to a strong Power 5 team looks better and has a better stigma around it than a loss to a top 10 Cincinnati because it's Cincinnati. Or because it's Boise State, and that's why they're scheduling
some sort of
these
punishment
games.
For having a crappy conference champ. Like if a 4-loss team, 5-loss team comes out of the ACC, which you think sounds crazy, but it's not that crazy. A 4 or 5-loss team comes out of the ACC and wins the conference championship. They shouldn't be an automatic bid as one of the top 6 teams in the country.
I do think that sounds crazy, and it is crazy because when has that happened? The worst conference.
There have never been auto bids, so it's never happened.
Thank you. Well, the worst conference championship game I think we've seen record-wise in the past 20 or 30 years was when USC was under a postseason ban, and 6-6 UCLA played Oregon, I believe, in the Pac-12 championship game, and I'm pretty sure they got rolled by Oregon because they're 6-6. They're not that good. I can't remember a 4 or 5 loss team in a conference championship, let alone I think we've had a couple of those, but let alone going out and almost winning it. I think it is pretty far out there. I think normally in these conference championship games, you have pretty strong teams that, they might have
look at the ACC,
3 or 4 losses. But
I'm trying to look at the ACC schedule.
I know there was one a few years ago that was on the fringe. It was not a great team by any means. And
it may have been.
You kind of have that in the ACC.
There have been 4-loss teams in the ACC championship game before.
Right.
There have been 4-loss teams in the SEC championship game before. Right? Where it's just, you get a bad team out of the West. I wonder how many wins Arkansas had when Georgia beat them in the SEC championship, right? Where it's just, I hate auto bids. That's where I'm at. Cam, you say you like auto bids?
I actually like them, man. I like auto bids.
Why do you like auto bids?
I like chaos. So it creates a little chaos.
Okay, so Cam just wants to make people mad, and that's why he likes auto
bids.
Yeah,
I like being that type of guy. I like chaos, and say a 5-loss team comes and beats a freaking 11-1 team. I'm like, heck yeah.
Still, even if that happens, right? Say a 7-5 team goes to a conference championship game, upsets the team they're playing on the other side of the conference, and they're 8-5, and say they win that first round of the playoff match, that still doesn't mean they deserve to be there.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I like it. I like the chaos. And then that team that lost, they'll get an at-large bid, depending on what conference they're in. They get an at-large bid.
But again, depending on.
I like it.
See it for what it is. It's the Power 5 flexing and saying, if y'all want us to be a part of this, you're going to give us auto bid. So even if our team sucks, we're going to be a part of it.
And I agree with you in that. The power. It was great.
It wasn't even the Power 5, PJ. SEC and Greg Sankey just wanted the top 6 conference champs.
Fine. Yeah, that's fine.
Warren and your boys in the Alliance.
That's fine because they already knew, okay, we're going to have what? The top 6 conference champs. Okay, and then we'll get, what was it? 8 teams. Okay, great. Then we'll get 2 more SEC teams in, and we'll be fine.
That's still
we're going to move it to 12.
That's still how it's going to go.
We'll get 6 more SEC teams, and it's fine.
Yeah, it's going to be it's going to be an SEC bonanza.
Again, like that's another reason why I think, again, the top 6. I think the top 6 overall conference champions was a lot better than the Power 5.
That's what Greg Sankey wanted.
Protecting it just for the Power 5.
That's what the protector college football
is
Greg
ridiculous,
Sankey wanted.
But you're also going to have that when you have businesses and big money and all this kind of stuff making the rules. That's just the way the world works.
No, it's the alliance. That's
but also
selfish.
I don't mind conference champions to a certain extent either, because also, like, you have these conferences that are looked down or have a stigma or whatever, and then you have these other conferences that are looked at as always great and always flawless, just like we saw with the college football playoff committee a couple weeks ago, putting 15 SEC teams in the back end of the top 25 for no reason. And then guess what? They all lost because they're not that good. So anyway, I think it protects it a little bit of it, just those conferences cannibalizing themselves and winning, but then also just still, well, we got some extra spots in here. Let's shove 4 more SEC teams in because, hey, they're great, because number 13 lost to number 11 the other day, but both are insanely good because they played each other.
That's how it's gonna go. We all know this. That's why I'm fine. My team is in the SEC.
Oh, is that all you're saying?
We get an at-large bid. Yeah.
So I don't mind
like
conference championships for that reason as well.
You made me so mad.
It's fine.
So mad.
It's okay.
So
that's what I'm here for.
7-7 Pitt in 2018 could have made the college football playoff.
Yes, sir.
Great. I'm glad you guys got what you want. This is Second Down on ESPN Radio. Second Down on ESPN Radio is presented to you by the Uniform Source. All right, PJ, you've had a chance to listen. I'm assuming Cam's going to say no because he always says no whenever I've asked him if he's seen or heard anything. Cam, have you seen the clip that's gone viral of the Texas coach laying into some people on the bus on the way back from the game?
Sure.
All right. Mute your mic. Cam, mute your microphone. Actually, I'm going to mute your microphone for you. Look up Bo Davis on Twitter. Watch the video. It's about 45 seconds long. Right now. I'm not joking. Do it right now. Watch it. Bo Davis on Twitter. Watch it and then unmute your microphone when you want to come back in. PJ, I made you watch it during the break.
Right.
It's on my Twitter. It's extremely not safe for work. But your initial thoughts.
I'm going to say, like, I don't mean this for the coach himself, but that's fantastic. That's good coaching. That's good
love.
coaching. Yeah, that's love. That's good coaching from a guy to the players that actually took it seriously, that actually listened to it. I'll say this, not whoever was recording it and posted it to Twitter and leaked it. That's ridiculous. I hope that kid's in the transfer portal today.
Yeah.
Like, or just like not playing football anymore. Cause obviously like people that do that, especially in locker rooms or whatever,
conversations in the locker room, that's tough.
Get out of there.
Like
why are you even there?
Unless something
exactly what he's saying.
Unless something illegal is happening.
Right. That's a difference.
Like unless something illegal or against like these standards of the university is happening and you're just recording a coach yelling at the team. Yeah. I can't trust you.
Yeah, no, not at all. Get the heck out of here. But so there's that angle of it.
I think Cam like nodding.
Right.
All right. I'm going to unmute Cam. I think, can I unmute you?
I love it. I love it.
That's fired up right there.
Yeah, I love it. That's what these players need, man. It's gotten soft, the passion and all that, and it's more social media based with some of these athletes. Yeah, I like that. I like that. I like when you say get in the transfer portal if you don't want to be here. I like that.
I mean, Cam, you are the most recent one of us to play sports, right?
Okay.
I heard him like on the verge of tears in that, right? Like that's a coach who's fired up, who actually cares about what they're doing. If you're an athlete and you're sitting there and that bothers you, I feel like you're the one that he's talking to.
Yeah, I mean, it's guys on the bus. You can hear it in the background laughing for what? Like, you should want a coach like that actually cares about you. I like that. It's not a lot of coaches like that anymore that'll keep it real and tell you if you want to transfer, get the heck out of here. We can go find some more players. But I mean, we need more coaches like that.
I want to make a shirt. He said, "You think this is a joke? Bleep that."
Yeah, because it is again, right? Like. He's showing not only that he cares about the kids and cares about like whether they're taking stuff seriously or not, but also like he said in the clip, I got my blank kicked because if you go out and you're a defensive line coach and that defensive line gets their blank kicked all
which
game,
I don't know how
you did too.
Which I don't know, like if I'm the defensive lineman in there and you lost the game 30-7, and I'm like, maybe the offense could have helped out a little bit too.
Yeah, a little bit. Like they could have done.
Yeah.
But I mean, no, he's exactly right. Because at the end of the day, you said that's his livelihood. That's what he does for it. Like if y'all keep playing like that and getting on the bus and joking around about it, guess what? I'm gonna get fired at the end of the year, if not before that.
Oh, have you seen Bo Davis? So, I would not want to fire that man.
I wouldn't want to fire him, but I mean, just because you don't want to fire somebody doesn't mean they don't get fired.
I would make Kevin fire him.
That's the kind of guy you send someone else in to fire him. Like
I would make Kevin fire Bo Davis. Like he is a large human being.
Yeah, no, for sure. I wouldn't want to do that, but at the same time, like I wouldn't want that guy yelling at me like that either. So I'm surprised it even got to that point. But I don't know.
Cam, we would make you do it. We'd make you.
No, the heck you wouldn't. Nah, you wouldn't. You heard that man's voice? Nah.
Yeah, just the voice alone.
Have you seen the man? Hold on, let me put him up on the screen here because this is a scary human being. All right, Cam, I'm gonna need you to go in there and talk to Bo. and just let him know.
Nah, man, it's not happening.
Nah, man, hey,
it's not
whatever
happening.
You want,
you're right.
You can have my food. You can have my lunch.
Bo, you're right. You're the head coach now. Yep. Yeah. Hey,
Yep.
Steve, I need you to come in here. You're the defensive line coach now, Steve.
You're right.
Sorry.
We could have scored more points. Like the linebackers could have done more, for sure. The quarterback could have completed a couple more passes for sure, Bo.
But
sorry,
I mean, you go look at Bo Davis's resume.
That.
The only resume you need to know, defensive line coach at Alabama during some of the national championship seasons, like coaching Ashawn Robinson and Jaron Reed. So I mean, this dude knows like what good football looks like and obviously what a good locker room looks like. I can like deep dive and you go on the YouTube rabbit holes, just like Nick Saban philosophy and execution with his football program. Do that for like 3 hours. Like, no problem. Just watch all the YouTube videos. Bo Davis, big part of that. Video is awesome. Very not safe for work, but I mean, if you want to watch it, it's out there. It's on my Twitter page. But again, viewer discretion is advised. We got to take a quick break here. We'll come back. We'll get you our picks next right here on Second Down. Second Down on ESPN Radio is presented to you by the Uniform Source. Christian O'Kell alongside PJ Zuko and Cam Urshery. We do it every week. Don't always do it very well.
Oh, I never do it well.
I think we're all like within 7 points of each other. So
That's
it
I've
okay.
been
hasn't been
terrible
that,
the past.
Firmly,
I've been terrible.
it hasn't been that bad.
I just like being in like 7th, just on the outside looking in. I like that.
All right. Well, let's see how bad we can do this week. Get you our picks here, all of them against the spread. And PJ, we're starting with your team. Number
Hey.
6, Michigan. And you said they may be wearing the maize uniforms.
I saw that 1 or 2 places. There's rumors that they might wear the all maize uniforms in Beaver Stadium, which
So
I
yellow v white.
I don't know if they need some
Oh, no,
sort of
yellow
waiver to do
versus
that or
blue?
anything like that.
Yeah.
But like, I think they're different enough to where they could still
Yeah.
count technically as an away uniform. But I mean, I don't know. It's weird. But either way,
That's
yeah,
lame.
Michigan favored by 1.5, right, or something like that.
Yeah, favored by 1.5.
Yeah, either way, I'm gonna go with Penn State. I don't think Michigan's offense is that great, and I think it's kind of strong versus strong or strong. I don't know what it is, but anyway, Penn State's defense is really dang good. Our secondary is really dang good. We can make them uncomfortable and turn over the football a couple times. Give the offense a couple extra possessions to go 3 and out with. I think we might be able to win this one 9-6. So
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
LSU Alabama-esque. There we go.
yeah,
Okay, what you got?
If this was a night game, I would pick
He's wearing
Penn
his
State.
Michigan shirt right now.
Yeah,
True.
yeah.
The
I
almond-
don't
That's
know why
actually
I
a
have
Michigan
this,
Holy
shirt.
cow, I didn't actually know that was a Michigan shirt.
I don't even know why I have this on. I honestly don't
kidding
know
me?
why.
That's not the kind of energy I
saw a
need right
yellow
now.
shirt, and I was like, hey, he's wearing his Michigan shirt, and then he lifts it up. It's
Yeah.
actually a Michigan
It's
shirt.
I
really-
don't know why. Don't ask me why I have this on. I found it. I was like, okay, put it on today. But
Well, who are you
I'll
picking?
go Michigan. I'm
There
gonna go
you go.
Michigan.
For the shirt.
Yeah, I'll go Michigan for the shirt. And if it was a night game, I'd pick Penn State, but I'll go Michigan.
I think that could help us. I don't know.
I think Penn State wins this game. Michigan's fake.
They're
They're
frauds.
so fake. But
Yeah.
also, this is a game we're going to look back on in like 5 years and laugh at. Because like, you guys remember when Michigan played Penn State and it was Cade McNamara against Sean Clifford? Like we're going to look back and laugh.
I'm not going to laugh.
At this quarterback matchup. All right. Number 8, Oklahoma. I believe this is Big Noon Saturday. Number 8, Oklahoma. They are 5.5-point favorites at Baylor. Number 13, Baylor.
Yeah, I forget who died. Oh man, I can't remember who I
can
picked.
tell you.
I'm gonna go with Oklahoma though. Because like
You took
Baylor,
Oklahoma.
yeah, Baylor has impressed me for a long time, and then their really solid defense goes in and loses to TCU after they fire Gary
That's
Patterson
true.
and allow
Maybe
30
Gary Patterson was the problem.
and like allow 30 points and with that solid defense, right? And I think that the week before that they allowed like 24 to West Virginia as well. Who West Virginia, a talented offense, but just has been up and down this year. So I don't know. I my love for Baylor's fallen off. I'm gonna go with Oklahoma.
A week ago I would have picked Baylor, but I'm gonna go Oklahoma as well. I think they kind of lost their stride
Can't
a little bit.
react to one result. Can't react to one result.
Come on, man.
You gotta look at the body of work.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
he's still going with Oklahoma.
Yeah, and the body of work I'm looking at is Caleb Williams been the best quarterback in college football since
exactly.
he took over at halftime against Texas.
Yeah.
5.5 points. Yeah. Oh, give me Oklahoma. All right. Miss State at number 17, Auburn. You gotta change up the accent.
I don't know. These teams have turned into
Auburn's
such
a 5.5
just
point favorite,
like
by the way.
ugly football. I'm gonna go with Auburn. I'll pick Auburn. I
Cam,
don't know. They find something again.
This is
yeah, Bo
tough.
Nix jukes out 7 people, and we see good Bo.
Yeah, like he's so up and down and so crazy.
Yep.
Will
Cam-
Rogers is a really good quarterback too. I'll go
He's
Auburn because
fine.
he's at home.
Everyone
I'll
keeps
go for it.
talking about Will Rogers and how good he is because he set some sort of record in the SEC. He's like number 50 in efficiency in college football. He's fine. He just throws a lot. Auburn's at home. Mississippi State's not very good. Give me Auburn at 5.5. All right, and maybe the biggest game of the day, a marquee matchup. Number 19 Purdue at number 14 Ohio State. Purdue's already taken down 2 top 5 teams this season. Both of those, though, when the Boilermakers were unranked.
Yeah, and I think they cover because Ohio State, again, you go back and look at the past few weeks. They worry me, man. They are not Ohio State just crisp, clean, and beating everybody by 50 points like they usually are. So Purdue keeps it within 20, but Ohio State still wins. So I'll go with Purdue.
I agree. Yeah, I'll go with Purdue too. I think Ohio State will win, but I don't think by 21 points. I don't see that happening.
You guys are going against my man David Bell.
Yeah.
Might be the best wide receiver in college football.
Yeah, because Purdue's ranked right now. They're not going to win while
I think
they're
that's
ranked.
the problem. I do. We said this earlier. Purdue has performance anxiety. If you're looking at them, they can't perform, and everybody's going to be looking at them because it's their top 20 matchup. 21 points, though, is a lot.
It's at Ohio State, too, which is just like.
That's a lot. Yeah, give me Purdue. All right, number 1, Georgia. They are 20-point favorites at Rocky Top. Tennessee, though, and I think it's a bad thing, breaking out the black uniforms for like the second time in 4 weeks. I think that's a bad sign.
I don't know. I think you think it's a bad sign because we know.
It's like Scott Cochran said when he was at Alabama and they went to play Georgia and Georgia was wearing the black uniforms. He says they're wearing black because they're going to a funeral.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it was a funeral. So I don't know, though. I think Tennessee their offense is going to give Georgia more trouble than they've had this year than anybody else. But that's the thing is that doesn't mean it's going to be a whole lot of trouble. I'm still going to go with Tennessee to cover just like barely. It's going to be like by 19, but they're still going to cover. Like,
all right.
Yeah.
Cam?
Nah. Oh, give me Georgia. I think I think it'll be 38-17. I can see that being the final score. So give me Georgia.
I think Georgia covers in this one as well. I mean, Tennessee, for as much as people love to talk about their offense, look what happens when they played semi-legit defenses. They got beat up pretty bad by Florida, and Alabama held them to 24 points. And Alabama's defense has not been great this year. So, yeah, give me Georgia to cover in that one. South Carolina is a 1-point favorite at Missouri. Can anybody tell me the significance of a South Carolina win in this game?
No way.
Bowl game.
Why is there any
eligibility?
That's true. Yeah, okay. I was like, why is there any significance?
Eligibility for the Gamecocks is on the line right here. I mean, they always got a few more chances to get it, but I mean, Clemson's still on the schedule there as well. So, Gamecocks, 1-point favorite at Mizzou.
Missouri has been reeling lately, and say what you will about old Zeb and the coaching staff there at South Carolina. They got them playing. They got them playing some football. So give me South Carolina.
Yeah, give me South Carolina. Bazelak is not back, is he? I don't think so.
I don't know about Bazelak. Last I checked, he is not back. But South Carolina is also going to be playing a backup quarterback as well. But this backup quarterback,
what? Oh man, that's right.
But this backup quarterback beat Florida.
Yeah, but Florida is a broken team. It's bad. Like they
give me
don't.
South Carolina.
Missouri's
I don't know, man.
Give me South Carolina.
I pick South Carolina, believe me. But
Jason Brown, senior, 6'3", 230. Give me South Carolina.
South Carolina for sure.
Yeah, I'm rocking with Jason Brown and them boys. It's a big fella.
Them somethings.
Look, I'm trying to pull. There it is. 14 to 24, 175 yards and 2 touchdowns against Florida. Come on.
Hey, he threw 28 touchdowns.
Good for
28
them.
touchdowns, 6 picks last year. I don't know who he
played
for.
South Carolina. I want to make that clear.
Yeah, but you sounded like when we said Zeb wasn't playing, you were trying to back out of it.
No, not at all.
All right, we got to go through these last four. We got to go through these last 4 quick. Texas A&M 2.5-point favorites at number 15. Ole Miss.
Ole Miss is not impressed me lately. I thought it was going to turn around, but not against this defense. Texas A&M.
Cam?
Ole Miss hasn't impressed me, but I'm taking the Ole Miss though.
Okay.
Texas A&M, I think they have the second best defense in the SEC. I think they have the best running back core in the SEC. All right, number 9, Notre Dame, 2.5-point favorites at Virginia.
Earlier in Notre Dame. Notre Dame.
Yeah. At Virginia, give me Virginia.
Yeah, give me Virginia. I like Armstrong. I like the quarterback there.
All right.
All right, number 16, NC State. At number 12, Wake Forest. Yes, this one is actually an ACC game, unlike last week's non-conference game against conference opponent North Carolina. Number 16, NC State is a 2-point dog on the road at Wake Forest.
The College Football Playoff Committee loves NC State. I don't know. I don't know why they're ranked that high, but either way, give me Wake Forest. NC State's not going to be able to keep up with them.
Yeah, give me Wake Forest. Give me Wake Forest. I like Wake Forest.
I like Wake too. All right, finally, number 25, Arkansas. They are 2.5-point favorites on the road at LSU.
Going with LSU with this one because I mean Arkansas is kind of like that too. It's just every time this year they get some expectations or anything, they end up falling. So I don't know. Give me LSU.
Give me Arkansas. Razorback. Sam Pittman.
Can we take a vote and just vote to just always have Arkansas as number 25. I feel like that just fits them perfectly.
Yeah.
They
Like, it
win
adds
this
a little
week.
bit of spice to this game. Like, oh, top 25 team, but it's also it's Arkansas. You're like, all right, 25 is about perfect.
Yeah.
And like while we're there, can we just vote and have like Texas number 23?
Yeah,
Texas,
like 23.
I can see that too, but I feel like Arkansas should always be in the
Just perma 25.
others receiving votes category. Like they
No,
always
that's Oklahoma State.
they
Oh my
always
God.
get like
Oklahoma State.
they always get like 6 votes, but
Oklahoma State, Iowa State, Northwestern are the perma other receiving votes teams.
Oklahoma State's been a solid
Yeah.
like
Oh,
top
Minnesota,
15,
Fresno
top 20
State
college
fall
football
into that.
program for a long time. Why would you put them in there?
They're in and out all the time.
In and out of the top 10?
I do not know. In and out of the top 25, big dog. Brandon Whedon hasn't been there in a long time. So, yeah, I don't know who. I don't
Zach
know.
Robinson ain't walking
Yeah,
through that door.
I'm taking Arkansas in this one. I feel bad, but Max Johnson stinks at LSU. KJ Jefferson's the better quarterback. I usually rock with a better quarterback. Give me Arkansas in the 2.5 cover in there. I think they probably win by like 14.
LSU's been playing better, man.
Did they play well last week, or did Alabama play bad?
They made them play bad.
Oh, is that what happened?
Of
All right,
course.
well, that's a football breakdown from PJ right there.
Those SEC great defenses.
That's right. We got more to come here on Second Down after this. feel like we have a legitimate beef on the show right now.
Something like that. Yeah.
I feel like we have a legitimate beef right now. Cam just rubbing salt in the wounds. I guess not really because they haven't played yet, but Cam rocking a Michigan shirt on the show today. I mean, Cam, I'm just going to support PJ here and say we are revoking your Georgia fandom.
Did you just say what you said?
Yeah, we are revoked.
Did he just drop a "Let's go khaki pants"?
Yeah,
let's go khaki pants, baby.
No, you're gonna have to go back to the Department of Fan Services and request a new Georgia fan license because I'm rejecting him based off of the display I seen today. You're proudly wearing a Michigan shirt right now.
It's a lot of people that would have beef with me right now if they seen this. So, hey, I don't know what made me wear this today.
He almost put it. He's trying to show it off even more, man.
You know what? I got you. Now he's gone.
There we go.
Now he's gone.
It seems,
That's the disrespect.
The stream seems a lot less fraudulent.
Yeah.
Right now, like fraudulent football. Oh God, there it is again.
Now we got like 30 seconds here. Cool or not that Tennessee is wearing the black uniforms against Georgia?
I think it's great. I don't have a problem with it.
I think it's lame.
Cool,
I think the marquee matchups, like the traditional rivalries, you wear your traditional uniforms. All right, lame or not, Michigan's wearing maize uniforms at Beaver Stadium.
If that happens, that's gross. Like
there it is.
They're gross altogether. But
no,
you do it at home to amp up your crowd and all that other stuff, man. I mean, you don't do it on the road.
See how the argument changes to fit his narrative, Cam? You see it?
Not at all.
Yeah, I see.
Good reasons.
All right, whatever. 3 and out. Up next,
choices.
BJ Bennett, Ben Troop, Kevin Thomas, right here on ESPN Radio.